Welcome to See the Stories, the signature segment of the Triarmy Show on See Today. Before we meet today's guest, I would like to ask Aris, what's your go-to stress relief?
For me, myself, I do push-ups.
Oh, workout is your stress relief?
Yeah, it's relief as many stress for me.
I see, as it's burning your energy
Yeah,
too.
of course.
For me, I like to eat good food or I play musical instrument.
Oh,
yeah, that works for me.
So very classic.
All right, some people find all right, there are other people who choose other ways to relieve stress, like calligraphy, for example. And it's proved to be therapeutic, while others say engaging in calligraphy and working with their hands can help combat addiction to gadgets or other devices.
And aside from being therapeutic, calligraphy is a cool way to practice motor skills and boost creativity. And despite technological advance in our modern world, many calligraphers prefer to use paper to craft their art in the traditional way. And this is because digital tools have their limitations, and making calligraphy by hand render each creation unique.
To know more about calligraphy, let's welcome our guest today, calligrapher Cosmas Adrian. Hello, Cosmas.
Hello.
So, can you explain to us briefly how do you become a calligraphy artist?
Oh, it is quite a long story. It started like I know that I started to be like interested in calligraphy or like in letter design since I was in junior high school. But then there was no source, like internet was so bad at that time, right? And then like there was no book, there was no like, community and stuff. But then like in 2014, I think like I don't know why, but the Western calligraphy becomes like very popular. It was a booming time in Southeast Asia and maybe like East Asia region. So then like there was like one community in Indonesia, we call it Calligraphy now. And they actually like do a lot of like meet up and then like they share like source, they do like a lot of workshop and that kind of stuff. So then like I started to, this is what I like. Let's just go and try to learn. And then I was just graduated in 2014 from the university.
Okay.
So then I started to think, let's just ditch all the graphic design. Let's do the freelance calligrapher. Yes.
You have a design background.
Yes.
So speaking about the calligraphy, what is your specialization in this calligraphy?
Now, this is quite interesting because like I cannot say that I've specialized in something in calligraphy.
I see.
Right. But then like I really like the broad edge calligraphy. So we usually categorize calligraphy by its tools. We have like two main tools, which is like pointed pen and also like broad edge pen. So it's just like different mechanism in the tools, but then like it also becomes like different script that we can write with the tools. So then that's more traditional, and then there is more modern, which we use like brush pens and stuff, something like that.
I see. Very interesting. And how can you describe your style of calligraphy?
I
see your book, and there are various arts.
What is your
like,
inspirations?
Like
my inspiration. Okay.
your style first, and then your inspiration.
All right. My style, I really love this one script called like italic script.
Oh, okay, yes. Just like in the MS Word.
You know, the word kind of like italic. So that word actually comes like derived, the italic word for the computer font, it actually like derived from this script, because there was like this italic script is the first script that is like written with a slanted angle. So maybe that's why they call it italic. I use italic script so much, but then I think I can say that my style is more like experimental. I like to combine everything. I like to combine like illustrations. I like to combine like more like flourishes. I like to use like more expressive kind of letters as well. So I think it's more like expressive and experimental. That's my style.
I see.
And then how I stay inspired, I think inspiration for me, it comes from like many like different sources. Like I like, maybe I can call it ancient art from the Art Nouveau, like you know, like the design of like buildings, like cathedral, that kind of stuff, right? And then I also love more like modern gestural calligraphy. I don't know if you know about that, but it's more like text as an image. So yeah. So
Text as an image.
yeah, so it's actually like not very legible, but then it's still like letters. Yeah, I really love that. Then I say like it comes from like different sources. So to stay inspired, I usually like consume a lot of content. Yeah, you know, like social media content. Also, I usually like fill up with like talking to people because like
I see.
Calligraphy, like we use like a lot of letters, we use a lot of words. So actually talking to people, and then maybe like listening to music because I also love music, by the way. So then like I think words from like people, from the music, lyrics, and something like that, it also like be my inspirations. Yes.
Inspired you.
Yeah.
All right, so how do you balance the modern technique and the traditional technique? You mentioned that you prefer the traditional technique.
Yes.
Like you prefer the ancient method of
Yeah.
calligraphy, right? How do you balance it? Because it looks pretty modern to my eye. This one.
Yeah. So basically, like the calligraphy technique, the traditional calligraphy technique is how we learn the basics of everything, right? Like every other skills, like maybe like singing, like maybe another like art skill. We learn from the basics, and the basic never change. So that's why we call it like traditional. But then like we have to adapt with the era and stuff, right? So then I also use now we can do a calligraphy in iPad as an example. We can like we learn in calligraphy. We don't only learn like how to write. We learn about the anatomy of the letters. We learn
Very interesting.
about the spacing between each letter because it's different. We learn about the layouting, the design, and I think it's quite in modern time. So I think it balances itself. Yeah.
And we can feel that you really enjoy this calligraphy.
Sure. Yeah.
But can you share with us what is the benefit when we try to learn this? I can say it's very artistic style to writing.
Okay.
What is the benefit?
So I think the most tangible thing is like we can make something beautiful. Yeah, right? That's the most beautiful thing. Like I think every person, every people like things beautiful.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, we like our like handwriting to be beautiful. We like our journal to be beautiful, our notes to be beautiful. But then more intangible things. I think like some people love to do the drills of calligraphy. So it basically just making like basic strokes that maybe we will learn later. So it's just like making it over and over again.
Okay.
But then like the practice of drilling is very therapeutic. It's very relaxing to some people. So it's calming somehow. Yeah, and then like I think it also like learning calligraphy or like doing calligraphy actually teaches us to be like more mindful.
I see. It's
of
like
ourselves.
in a meditative state,
Yes.
if I may say.
Yes.
Be mindful of each strokes.
Yeah.
Yes. And also be patient with ourselves. Yeah.
It's really
It actually can be pretty beneficial for us parents, Aris.
Yeah, maybe.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
In our busy world.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Basically, I also teach kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like how early?
Okay. So my students is like grade 3 to grade 5. So it's
Okay, yeah, so
year
in
9.
elementary school.
Yeah, elementary school.
Okay, so how beneficial it is for you to be a calligrapher, and how can we gain benefits by learning calligraphy?
Oh, okay.
Besides the mental benefits.
Okay. Actually, calligraphy can be like calligrapher is a profession nowadays, right? So another benefit other than like mental benefits is also like for economic benefits.
Oh yeah, of course.
Of course, right? I think like these days like brand use calligraphy to do like events like merchandising, doing like greeting cards for their guests, for their clients.
Yeah.
So it becomes like more like personal, right? They create like bonding to their clients, and then also I think with you learning calligraphy, I think like I said, it will become like you think you become like more mindful to everything, and also I don't say that your handwriting will be more beautiful.
Yeah.
Because it is like quite different, like how we do a calligraphy and handwriting. But you can apply what you learn in calligraphy to your daily handwriting, right? And then you can also be for like more like modern profession. You can be like font designer. You can be like a typographer.
Wow.
Yeah, like yeah. Who doesn't need font nowadays?
Typography.
I think we all still need fonts, like yeah, for all information that we get. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know that font is project an image.
Yeah.
And of course, it will relate it to brands. And I just realized that for what does calligraphy play, especially in creating memorable brand design? You know that each strokes define something like
Yeah.
that and then, and project different image and perception.
Yeah.
How does this impact?
So I think it is more like psychology of like letters and fonts.
Letters
I think.
have psychology.
Yes, like let's say I write it in a more cursive style, like what we look at this, and we will say like, oh, it's more luxurious.
Yeah.
It gives that feeling, right? But then like when we do like more like printed, more block letters, it will be like, oh, this is more like cool vibes.
Yeah.
It is more like young, right? It is like reachable for all people, something like that. So
yeah.
I think from that side of like psychological, from maybe like also like for like colors, for another kind of like design, it has like psychological effect to people, and that's how actually a calligraphy or like letters have their psychology to people.
I see.
So
Very
letters
interesting.
matters.
Yes.
Yes.
Matters.
Wow.
That's actually good one, Aris.
That's nice.
It rhymes, it rhymes.
Letters
Yes.
matter.
But is calligraphy still relevant nowadays in this digital era? And can it be useful for a lot of profession, like us news anchor, for example?
Okay, I would say if you are a news anchor and you think like, oh, let's do everything in calligraphy, it will not be as beneficial, I think.
Okay.
But then, like I said, like the mental benefits.
Yep,
I think,
yep.
right?
That I agree.
Yes, like this is like digital era. This is like very fast-paced world.
Yep.
I think nowadays, and learning art or maybe a calligraphy, it's actually learning a slow art.
Slow-paced life.
Yes. So you will learn how to, like these
Slow
days.
down.
Slow
Yeah,
down.
slow down.
Yeah.
Take a
Enjoy
breath.
it.
Yeah, be
Enjoy.
mindful,
stroll.
Yeah.
relax, and like attention span nowadays like very short.
Oh, yes.
Because like everything is so fast, and this is maybe like
Especially
one
with
way.
social media.
Yes.
I couldn't agree more.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
And by the way, have you ever trouble balancing the artistic nature of calligraphy with other practical styles in advertising content?
For sure. For sure.
Why?
Yeah, because one thing like calligraphy, when we talk about the calligraphy,
Yeah.
it is more like this is vintage, right?
Yes.
People always think this is
For me,
vintage.
it's classy.
Okay, classy.
want
Classy
to say
is the good
classy,
word.
it's not
Okay,
classy.
it's very
Yes.
classical. Okay, it's very classical. And then like, but then like for maybe like advertising content, or maybe for me like as I do like social media as well for like content creating and stuff. Maybe it's not really relevant this day because like people want to like, oh, I want it to be like more modern looking, more blah blah blah, more blah blah blah. But then we can reach that as well with our calligraphy. But then we have to be adaptive, like
see.
what I said.
Yep.
So we can learn the basic of calligraphy, but then like we can apply all the techniques into like different kinds of things.
I see. So your artworks are for exhibition,
Yes.
personal collection, or
Yes.
like open for order as well?
Oh, it is open for order.
Okay.
Oh,
It is open
okay.
for order. It is also for exhibition, and yeah.
Well, it's really getting interesting, and
Yeah.
I really want to try. But
Yes,
we have
me
to
too.
take a short break because after break we will try to make some calligraphy with Cosmas.
Yes.
Yay.
Don't go anywhere.
Learn from the master.
Let's go.